So you have the three-dimensional coordinate system, and it's the same two axes you're used to, the x and y axis, but then there's the z axis. Now this is drawn on a two-dimensional surface, so you have to use your imagination a little bit and imagine there's the x-axis, the y-axis that are perpendicular to each other, and then the z-axis that's perpendicular to all of those. So this x-axis coming out of the paper at you, and this is going back into the paper. And these all form a right angle. So you don't do this on yours, but there's a right angle right here. There's a right angle between these two axes, the x and the z, and there's a right angle also right here between the y and the z. So they all make right angles with each other. Okay, and you'll see this on Desmos where you can visualize, this a little bit better, where the thing moves, and it's easier to visualize. Okay, all we're going to talk about right now is graphing points. You can't just plop a point down on this and expect anybody to have any idea where that is. Is that, on the ZY plane? Is that in front of the ZY plane? Is it behind it? Is it coming out at us? Is it back? No one would know. So what we have to do is trace these, okay? So first thing you need to know is which way is positive. So on the x-axis, this way is positive, this way is negative. On the y, this way is positive, this way is negative. And what do you think about the z? Is up positive or negative? Yeah, that's positive. And then negative. Now, I put the axis names on the positive ones. Okay, I don't always do that. That's not like a rule or anything. But the ones that are positive are the ones that have the x, y, and the z on them. And then the other ways are negative. Okay, so I want to do this point. So I want to go 3 on the x-axis. So I go 1, 2, 3. And I'm literally going to leave a trail here. So I'm not just going to go 3 spaces. I'm going to leave a trail from 0, 0. So you're going to draw a line, large enough where somebody could see it. And then I'm going to go -4 on the y. Now what I don't want to do is find -4 and then go down and say, okay, it's this little piece right here. That's not what I want. I want to, don't draw that. I want to go 4 spaces in the y direction. Okay, so those of you who have notability, you could do this where you move it. The rest of you are on paper, we just have to estimate it. Okay, you want to go 4 spaces. Is that under where 4 is? -4. -4 is right here. I don't go underneath there. It's more like this. Okay. And then what do you think I do with this 5? Go 5 up. So I'm drawing a path. Oops. I'm drawing a path here, and I need this to be 5 spaces long. And again, you're just going to estimate it. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, if it's 5 spaces and you do a little bit under 5 or a little bit over 5, that's okay. If you're trying to aim with matching where 5 is, that's a mistake. You want to go 5 spaces that would be equivalent to y, but from there. And then you draw a dot and you're done.
Wait, this would be awesome.
Yes.
So just to clarify, because on mine, I think I might have drawn it wrong. I don't, on Notability, I don't draw the 4 spaces, for example, for y, and then drag it over to the x.
Do you want to, if you're doing it on paper, you just imagine doing that. You know what I mean?
Okay, because when I drew that, then it doesn't line up with y equals -4 on my paper. It doesn't look right.
Yeah, so then just redraw it.
But
Yeah.
I drew it exactly to that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It should work out pretty well. Now, it's not art class, so if it's not perfect, that's okay. Now, this next part that I'm about to do is completely optional. It is just something that you can do, and I think it helps you understand what's going on. But if you're having trouble doing it, don't bother, okay? So I'm gonna make this into a rectangular box. So I am gonna take that length that we did. I'm gonna draw the same length going here, here, and here. And again, it's not gonna be perfect. Like I can already tell one of mine is a little bit too long. And then I'm going to go here, here, and make a box. And I could probably do a better job than that. And maybe yours isn't perfect. But if you want to, go above and beyond, you can make this rectangular prism. It'll always be one corner, the opposite corner from the origin of that box, unless one of the numbers is 0. If one of the numbers or some of the numbers are 0, then it won't be a box like that. It will just be someplace else. But if it is 3 integers that are non-zeros, then it'll be a corner of a box. All right, we're gonna do B together. You ready for this? You don't have to draw the box. The red, draw. The blue, completely up to you. So it's -5. So I want to go -5 on the x. I'll use a different color. Let's use purple. So I'm going to go -5 on the x. This part is hard to mess up the estimation. You could go in the wrong direction, but you should be able to hit -5. Then I'm going to go 4 spaces to the right. And you're just going to eyeball it, okay? You are not going to worry about it being perfect. Here's where 4 is. You want to estimate, that, or just, think about how long 4 spaces would be and try to match that. And then I want to go down 6. And I do this where I draw this over here and move it just so you can see what I mean. Like this is 6 long, and I just want to go 6 spaces long. The way it is on the quiz or the test, or on the reviews, it might be matching. You know what I mean? Like just, or you're drawing this and you got to match up the right point. It's pretty straightforward. If you understand this, it's hard to make mistakes. And again, the box is completely optional. And if it stresses you out, I wouldn't do it. Some people like making the boxes, and it might help a little bit. I'm not even sure how much it helps, so that's why it's optional. If you go online, they might draw these boxes every time, and I don't do them perfectly either. Sometimes you get it like this where you have 2 lines kind of overlapping each other, which that makes it unfortunately look a little bit off. So I definitely could do a better job than that. I'm not happy with mine. But it doesn't have to be artwork. So like on period 7, mine wasn't perfect here either. But you get the idea. Doesn't matter.